depending on what your mission is, the way you come to networking will be very different. Networking is not take.
Yeah.
It's actually give and take. And I'd rather that you come to networking with give, not always
Take.
what to come and take. You can network up, you can network down, and you can network at your level. Network up, somebody is higher than you, social status, social business level, everything. They're what you aspire to become, right? So you want to network up. They are playing at a level you want to be at, so you need somebody that will open the door for you. Networking up. In that scenario, you are more in a position to receive than to actually give, because of the power dynamics or the social dynamics. There's also networking down. The person who is up, who's opened themselves up to network with you, they're actually kind of networking down. There's also networking at your level, amongst your peers. And never look down on the bottom ladder. A lot can happen there. Someone that can never give you anything, they're still okay to network with. And what is networking? It's really just building relationships.
You don't even know if the person has a split.
Con translated into together, and the fleet as in like.
It's very, very, very exciting for me to be here and to be.
Because I was surrounded by people.
I'm all about making sure other people avoid the same struggles I dealt with. You know who you are, and being prepared can change your game.
Welcome back to SMOPPY'S World. I am your beautiful, ever smiling host, Lady Ola. I am super excited that you could join us for another enlightening episode today. If you're new here, you have come to the right place. Get ready for an epic, electrifying discussion today. If you're still with us, can we get your commitment? Don't forget to share and like and leave your comment. You know I love to have conversation with you there, right? For audio, stop by at Spotify at SMOPPY'S World. And for your personal questions, email contact@coachingwithola.com. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms and help us share with others as well. Today, we are exploring an exciting topic that combines two powerful life aspects: relationship and building your brand. In our interconnected world, the relationships we cultivate can significantly impact our personal and professional journeys. Whether you're looking to enhance your connections or elevate your personal brand, understanding how these elements influence each other is key to success. And listen, my guests will share our insight on how building a strong personal brand can enhance your relationships, boost your confidence, and empower you in your personal and professional life. So sit back, grab your coffee, grab your pillow, get comfortable, and let's dive into this, exploring practical insights and strategies to help you forge meaningful relationships while building a brand that authentically represent who you are. Let's get started. Today, we have a genuinely extraordinary guest joining us. She's an award-winning TV show host and an international journalist known for her captivating interviews with dignitaries from around the globe. Her expertise and charisma shine through every interaction, making her a respected voice in the media industry. She's not only a successful TV professional, but also a talented public speaker with numerous prestigious recognitions and honorary awards acknowledging her impact in the world. We wouldn't have enough time to list her achievements, but trust me, they are impressive. In addition to her impressive career, she is the founder of the Success Community Dubai, where she empowers individuals to reach their full potential. She's also a co-author of the inspiring book, The Black African Guide, which aims to guide others on their paths to success. Furthermore, she's a dynamic host of the popular podcast, Road to Success, where she shares insights and stories that motivate our listeners to pursue their dreams with passion and tenacity. But beyond her professional accolades, she is also a devoted wife and a beautiful mother, gracefully balancing her career and family life. So without further ado, are you ready? Let us warmly welcome the remarkable Lady Mayowa Adegoke.
You know, each time I hear my profile read like that, I just always blush. I'm like, oh my God, is that me?
That's you. That's you, girl. That's you.
Yeah,
That's
it
you.
always just excites me.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
you should
interesting
be
when-
excited because you have really done well. You have really
Thank
done
you.
well. I was blown away when I was reading you. I was like, oh my word, all this for one person. And you know, when somebody see you, I mean, people look at you from afar, and they don't know, but what they see is what they judge you about. It's when I was going through your bio, I was like, this lady has acquired this much in her career, and she's this humble. For me, it's the humility that is for me. Like, I'm like, how can this be? How can this be?
I mean, well, we're still humans. At the end of the day, no matter what we accomplish, we're just people.
We are people, but let me tell you, my Lady May, because I call her Lady May, guys. I call her Lady May. Let me tell you, I've seen people, I've mingled with people, I've met people who have, you know, they've risen to a higher level in their career, and everything that they have achieved has really gotten into their head.
And that's possible.
So I know what I'm saying when I say your humility is not matching your achievements. Like, I just want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
I want to commend you for that. Guys, she's not only on that. If you have ever listened to this woman sing,
You need to come to church for that one.
The day I entered the church and I saw her singing, I'm thinking, what did you just do to Lady Mayowa? She's a powerful singer as well.
Like, when I post my videos singing in church, people are like, you sing
You
too?
sing too?
I'm like,
Only you are
what to do? Which of God's gifts can I deny?
Can you imagine? You are so blessed. You are loaded.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to find that somebody told me that it's impossible to have you on my podcast. And I told that person, I say, what God can do does not exist.
And impossibility is nothing.
And the way God set this up, this relationship that we are here today, is still I'm still trying to figure out how did He do it. And it's all about relationship. Absolutely. Because this podcast is all about relationship. It doesn't matter. It's not about only lovers or you're dating and all that, but it's about having a relationship with us, with ourselves as human beings. And today we're going to be looking at relationship and how to actually do your branding yourself, brand yourself and make yourself to be who you're supposed to be, really. So I want to start with you, Lady May. How do you define relationship and the branding? How do they really coexist?
Absolutely. So first things first, relationship is foundation for life.
Yes.
From when we're in our mother's wombs, that interconnectedness, that communication that's going on, that's already a relationship being formed. And from the moment we're born to the first person who received us, carried us, till present day, no matter what age that is, we live by relationships. You know, human beings are people that need human connection.
Yes.
So that is foundational. Now, understanding how relationships play into different aspects of life is also, it's wisdom. Your mother is not your client. Your client is not your best friend.
That's right.
Your best friend is not your partner. Your partner is not your boss at work. It is understanding the interplay between humans in different contexts that really set us up for either failure or success. Now, when you look at personal branding, I like to describe, and this is a short form, I like to describe personal branding as your CV for life. So there's a CV you need for a job. There's a CV that, oh, you're trying to get a job. But there's a CV for just who you are. This is who I am. And I believe strongly that anyone who begins to take themselves seriously will take personal branding seriously. How I know that you're taking yourself seriously is that you are taking your personal brand seriously. Because now you do not just see yourself as ones and zeros. I'm just a number. Is it 8 billion people in the world now? You've gone beyond seeing yourself as I'm just here on earth. I'm just going with them as they are going. It is you've come into a self-awareness. You've come into self-identity. You're on a mission for self-actualization. You're on a mission to impact. So personal branding is really how you take that seriously. Some people think that personal branding is just Instagram and YouTube and taking nice pictures and making nice videos. That's just a vehicle. That's a tool. Personal branding is the entirety of who you are. Your purpose is in there. Your fashion style is in there. Your communication style is in there. The kind of business or the kind of clientele you want, it's in there. It's all wrapped together. And so personal branding is your CV as a human being for life. So once you understand that, how does relationship come in? Relationship is in everything. This studio, there are people there. Right? There's a client relationship that's going on there. It is, you need to understand each other so that the vision for the podcast is delivered.
Absolutely.
It is, okay, for this podcast, I need certain type of guests. What kind of relationship will get me those guests? Do I need to tap into my network to see who knows who? And that person will make an introduction. Right? Is it, oh, I need to meet this person. I know that, okay, this my friend knows that person. Can my friend introduce me? Will my friend be willing to introduce me?
That's the word.
Have you built a profile? Have you built your presence to the point where your friend will be comfortable and confident to introduce you to this person, even if they are high up? I love to simplify things. I love simple messages. I love simple songs. I love simplicity. And I don't know if it's because of my news background, because when you're in traditional media, it is about simplicity. People need to understand what you're saying without processing it too much. So it's not a place where you use like ambiguous words or you use big grammar. Simplify it. And I think that has trickled down even when I'm teaching people about such things as personal branding. It is, if you reach out to the decision makers in your industry today, you reach out to anyone high up, doesn't matter how high up. And I use this analogy. For instance, let's say Elon Musk. That's someone that everybody in the world will know. And if you don't know him, have you been living under a rock? So let's use Elon Musk as an example. I mean, that's like way there, but let's use that as an example. So the Elon Musk of your industry, someone gives you a cheat code to say, every 5 a.m. they check their Instagram for 10 minutes. They check their DMs for 10 minutes, or they check their LinkedIn for 10 minutes at 5 a.m. If you send that person a message, 5 a.m. on a particular day, you are sure that they will see your message. So my question is, you send this message to the Elon Musk of your industry, the person who can help you, bring your vision to life, or maybe it's their vision that you feel like you can contribute to. If that person sees your message, best believe they will check your profile. Right? Do you get people who just send you random DMs, cold DMs? And so they get the DM, they read it. The first thing they're going to do, even before they respond, at least that's what I do, is they'll go to check the profile. Who is this person? Whatever they see would form their perception of who you are. So what are people seeing when they come to your platforms? If you're a professional, you're really looking to elevate in your career, when I bump into your Instagram, what do I see there? Does it show me that you're someone who's trying to elevate in his career or her career? Or do you just have headshots, selfie from beginning to the end? Nothing of value. Nothing that shows who you are, what you're about, the mission you're on. Because if you're someone on a mission, we will know. How we know in this public world and this social media world is your platforms that represent you. They need to reflect who you are, what you're about, the mission you're on. So you see that even in this world, to build relationships, you have to build your personal brand. Because not every relationship started from your family. I tell people, you want to sell a product. Maybe you have 5,000 people in your church or 5,000 friends. Is that all? Majority of people that will buy from you are actually strangers. I saw a quote on Instagram today. It says, it's easier to turn a client into a friend than a friend into a client.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
So,
absolutely.
If you have 5,000 people as your friends or church members, even if they all come to do business with you, the majority of the people that need to do business with you for your business to be successful are actually strangers. So what will they see, hear, perceive to say, this person is worthy of our time, worthy of our money? It is what they see, how you present yourself, your stories that you tell. A lot of people will come to me and say, I want to book a session with you because I heard how you shared your story. I could connect to that, I could relate with that. And that's why I believe that you understand where I'm coming from and you can help me. So you see how the interplay between relationships and personal brand. Everyone should be working on their personal brand. Everyone. Everybody. And to elevate, you need relationships. Those relationships, the people that you need, they will look you up. And even if they know you sometimes, it is how are you portraying yourself? Do they want to associate with you only privately and not necessarily publicly? Because that's also a thing. I know this person, we chit chat on WhatsApp, but I may not share her video. I may not share her page on Instagram. Maybe because what's on her page does not align with what I'm about.
Wow.
So I'm not about to broadcast your page and send my followers to you because what you're about or certain things you're about are not in alignment. So I like you as a person. I love you with Jesus' love, like they say.
Yeah.
But in terms of our personal brands and values, maybe there's no alignment. So that relationship will have certain barriers. So that's what I believe is a picture into the interplay between relationships and personal brand building.
So what you just said now is so profound. When my daughter got married last year, a lady was introduced to me as the event, as the decorator. I've seen her work, so I saw her work through my friends who are daughter also got married. So I said, no, let her come. So she did the hall beautifully. Everyone that came into that hall, they were like, wow. Even my husband, it's so difficult to impress him. When he got into that hall, he was like, wow, honey, this is good. I know that I've seen her work. But the thing is, she's one of those religious, I don't believe I have to be on Instagram. And she's been doing this hot decoration for a while. And she has not really reached to where she's supposed to reach. So after the event, and I now reached out to her and I said, Mr. Fulu, have you thought about doing this? Because during that time, my daughter was pestering me. I need to see her IG. I need to see what she does.
Yeah, I need to see what I'm about to.
I said, no, don't worry about this one, but I got this. I've seen that work, but she's not on IG. So after the wedding, and I told her, I said, have you considered getting on social media? I bet you your business is gonna skyrocket. If you get in there, you know what she said? She said, I'm still waiting on the Lord for.
Now that she has said she's waiting on the Lord, I cannot say anything again. No. Just continue to wait on the Lord like that.
And I says, see, I'm very, when I have a relationship with somebody, I'm very, very blunt. And I said, sister, you're playing religion.
Oh yeah.
I said, God is not going to be against you to put your business on IG where people can see, people that matters.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, 3 months later,
She took your advice?
she took my dad and she called me and she said, please, can you send me all those pictures and the videos? And I said, what are you going to do? She said, I want to get on social media. And what you're saying now is so powerful that if first thing you do is you check
Yeah.
the social platform where this person, whoever that send you a message, you want to see what they are portraying, what is it all about them. That's how you
100%.
know who they are.
Yeah.
Whether they fit into your space or they don't. And one thing I admire something about you. You don't allow anyone to devalue you.
Oh.
You know your value. You know your thing, and you don't. As much as you are an open space, media person, you manage it so well. How did you set boundaries like that you don't just let any, because as we're talking about time wasters.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many time wasters who just want to occupy the space that somebody else that will add value to your life
Should be
supposed to be occupying. So how did you set that boundary?
I would say that confidence and just being very laser focused from a very young age has played a role. I can tell you that for as long as I can remember, I've been the same confident, determined, laser focused. I know what I'm trying to become. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know how I want it kind of person. I'm blessed to be one of those people who it really has been my default setting.
Wow.
It wasn't that, some people say, I used to be so
really
shy,
blessed.
then I became confident. That's not my story. My story is like, from get-go, I've been that one direction. It's like, this is where I'm going. That's it. You fall in, great. You are not, see you later. And that had, there's a flip side to that, which, and again, just quick relationship lesson. It is when you're very focused, you know what you want. Sometimes you may alienate people. So before, I didn't have as much tolerance. It's like, I'm working on a certain speed. Are you coming to match this speed? Or I will see you later. Because you meet me in front. And just learning, growing, maturing, getting closer to God, understanding more, you realize that you've got to also have grace. Not everybody is like you. Not everybody will be like you. And you're not better than them just because maybe you have an advantage, right? So it's taking pruning, grooming,
That's a good
learning to be able to accommodate people who are not on the same energy level or speed level or focus level. However, as much as I have grace, I'm still very,
because
I know
grace
where
is
I'm
not about being
going.
stupid.
I know where I'm going. I know I want to get there.
That's right.
So you have to be able to set those boundaries. Because oftentimes people are waiting for things to happen for them. They're waiting for a savior. They're waiting for the skies to open one day and one spaceship will come and just drop you 5,000 trucks of gold that will change your life. People who are, a lot of people, they don't take as much responsibility for their own lives and their own journeys. They're waiting for it to happen, waiting for somebody to do it for them. We are all humans. Everybody's trying to figure it out. So the person that you're waiting to come and figure yours out is also trying to figure them.
out.
There's this song that they'll say, is it Burna Boy that sang Dangote is still looking for money? Dangote, by the way, is like, I don't know, richest black man. He's still looking for money. So is it the Dangote that you're looking up to that you want to come and figure out your life?
Imagine.
So you find that a lot of people are there, and again, one of the things I got saved from recently is also savior complex. You're trying to save a lot of people. So maybe by reason of your gift, no, I'm talking about myself, my gift, my talent, my insight, my wisdom, and whatever it is that God has blessed me with, you're able to see certain things that people can't see. And because you can't see it, it's like, can you not see? And you're trying to help me, you're trying to, and then you get frustrated if they're not.
Definitely.
You also have to come to a place where you realize you're not them and you're not their savior. You do what you can, but also you're not their savior. So again, balance. As much as you're willing to help, you almost realize that there's only so much you can do. So it's been a journey. Just number one, I think the foundation has been, I know where I'm going, I know what I want, I know how I would like to get there. It will take hard work, determination, focus to get there. And I want to get there. I'm not going to let you
stop me from getting there.
Stop me. I will not let you slow me down, because it is my responsibility, not yours, not my parents, not my partners, not my friends. It is my responsibility
to get me there.
To get me there. Obviously, we're all going to partner with God. Everybody, they say, oh, grace and blessing. Yes, everybody's blessed. Everybody has access to the Father. Everybody has access to the Father. Everybody is blessed. So, again, are you taking personal responsibility? I've decided to take it. If you're not taking it, then that's up to you. So I think that's really is the foundation of it. So it started with confidence, laser focus. I'm the person who, I'll be walking on the street like this. My brain is just one direction. That's where I'm going. You say you passed me. I say, I did not see. And I truly did not see you because
you were focused.
I'm going where I'm going. Again, that's another disadvantage.
Well,
quote unquote. When people expect that you see them, because you're so laser focused, you may lose out on certain things. There's a very good friend of mine, right? So in a circle of friends, we are a bit closer, and there are times when she say, "Oh, this person did, or something happened to this person," and I'll be like, when did this happen? Like, am I still part of this circle of friends? Like, what's going on? How come you know and I don't know? Like, so I've come to realize that that's her gift. She's a lot more maybe in tune with people on that one-to-one level, and maybe she's always calling you up. And for me, I'm always here. If you need help, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I may not have time to be running after you, following you up and calling you. If I know, if it's like there's no situation. So if there's a situation with you, of course we try to make that extra effort. Say, oh, this person is going through this. Let's check in on them. But if it's just everyday normal, if you need me, please knock on my door. Don't come tomorrow and say, hey, I was going through, Lady May did not. Did you tell me or reach out to me or ask me? So you see, our talents and gifts are different. And
diversified.
For what is our strength, there also might be blind spots. Right? So my blind spot might be, you see the way I don't have time for gossip and no nonsense. The same way, so certain things will just be missed. So if you need my attention, please call me. I'm always available. If you need it, call me. Don't expect that she will see.
Yeah.
I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Trying to figure me.
Assumption.
Do not assume. If you need me, please, by all means, just come to me. So that's the interplay of it. There's no perfect scenario. It is, you carry your cross.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this question. I want to talk about networking tips.
Okay.
What tips do you have for networking and building relationships that support your brand?
I'd say we need to take a stock of where you are. What you want. What you can offer.
Right.
But take stock of where you are. Certain times we're at a level where we want to network with something that is so far out. But you have not grown to that. Even if they give it to you, you mishandle it because you have not built the structure, you've not built the capacity for it. You will mess it up. So when you take stock of where you are, and networking, different people will apply to themselves differently. If you're you're looking for a job, you're just maybe fresh out of school, looking for a job. Depending on what your mission is, the way you come to networking will be very different. But it is understanding what you also have. Networking is not take. Yeah. It's actually give and take. And I'd rather that you come to networking with give. Not always
take
what to come and take.
Because that's the syndrome.
Yes, oftentimes we look at it from a very take perspective.
Take, yeah.
But go into it understanding where you are, what you would like. So you have to have a clear vision of, so that you don't waste somebody else's time. What do you want? Where are you going? You need to have those things. And then as much as possible, come with a give mentality, right? So it could be, what are you working on? How can I support what you're doing? Oftentimes the power play is as somebody is, you're more in a position to take, to receive. Maybe you don't really have anything to give somebody because of the power play. And I remember one video I made, so you can network up, you can network down, and you can network at your level. Network up, somebody is higher than you, social status, social business level, everything. They're what you aspire to become, right? So you want to network up. They are playing at a level you want to be at, so you need somebody that will open the door for you. Networking up. In that scenario, you are more in a position to receive than to actually give, because of the power dynamics or the social dynamics. There's also networking down. The person who is up, who's opened themselves up to network with you, they're actually kind of networking down.
Networking down, yeah.
If I'm looking for a virtual assistant, I may not come to speak to you. That I'm looking for a virtual, because everybody at your level, they are not people that are looking for virtual assistant jobs, ideally. So I'd find a younger sister, one younger cousin, one say, I need a virtual assistant. Do you know any of your friends looking for networking down? There's also networking at your level, amongst your peers, and never look down on the bottom ladder. A lot can happen there. Someone's driver, someone that can never give you anything, they're still okay to network with. And what is networking? It's really just building relationships. That's it.
Yeah, at any level.
It's like, I know this person. Oh, I've met this person before. And certain people would, come in our network, they will come up higher than maybe others. So if I met someone at an event, for instance, you and I,
yes,
we literally met when? Just a WhatsApp message. Wasn't it January?
It was January, yes.
Right? Just January, and God knows how many times we've been together. This is how it happens.
Yeah.
And certain relationships, even if we met around the same time, maybe it wouldn't have progressed to this point.
Yes.
Again, it's important to let relationships evolve.
Yeah.
I love organic relationships. I don't want to force things. I don't want to become your friend because I can't stand it.
Yeah. Then you question the genuinity behind it.
So let relationships evolve.
Yeah.
And if you want to make a relationship grow, nurture it. How do you nurture? You nurture by giving. How do you nurture a plant? How do you nurture a tree? How do you nurture a child? You don't take from them. You water them. You water them. And watering, you can water anybody.
That's right.
You can water anybody at any level. And that's a way of giving as well. Say, oh, they posted a video. Thank you so much. This is such an instructional video. I've been watching all your content. Like, follow, share. I've been sharing. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, sir, for this wisdom that you shared. That's nurturing them. Because they're also putting in work. So they would love to know that their work was appreciated. People at their peer may not have time to tell them, oh, good work. That's nurturing. So networking really is building relationships. You can do it top, mid-level, and bottom. Approach it with giving. Understand that relationships evolve. You can't really force it. Best not to force it. And give.
So, Lady Mayowa, let's talk about personal experience lessons.
Tell me.
Can you share a story where a relationship impacted your brand positively or negatively?
Positively or negatively? It's a bit difficult. So I'm thinking of negative first. Try and just eliminate that. I'm not sure if there's been any experience like that I would say impacted my brand negatively.
We'll take the positive. Don't worry about negative.
Right? Positively.
It's just to encourage somebody that they know that, because life is about ups and downs.
True.
And in every, there's no perfect relationship. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is.
Absolutely.
You have your good days, you have your bad days, you have challenges. How did you, manage the challenges? How did you, evolve? That's what this is all about.
Absolutely. Positively, they're countless. In this journey of building a personal brand, which I started taking seriously in 2020, really. So backstory.
Is it the COVID time?
Yeah, but it wasn't even COVID. So I was in Lagos, Nigeria, got a TV career, everything was great. I got married, had to move to Dubai because my husband was based here. And then I had to leave everything that I knew to start afresh. So the arrangement was for me to work remotely for the same organization, right? So this is TV and content essentially. So content can function from anywhere. So put a proposal in, say I'd like to work from Dubai. There was a verbal yes. There wasn't the dotted line yet. And so I moved to Dubai 2019. Fast forward 2020. Early on 2020, I still didn't have we hadn't transitioned from my previous arrangement to a new contract. And so there were some issues in between. And then, my line manager at the time said, I think you need to just stop doing what you're doing for now until everything is sorted. So I needed to stop working. So it's January 2020. Same time I found out I was pregnant. And then at that time, COVID wasn't really full on, but whispers here and there, right? But this is between January and March that I had stopped working. I have never not worked.
That's a big,
since I left university, went for NYSC, which is a mandatory service, 1 year service to government. And I came back. I have never not worked. From 2011 to now 2020, I've never not worked. So for me to not work for those 3 months, it was hell.
I can testify.
A woman that has been making money and for me to not work, it's not even about just the making money. It is
being at home
being of service. So now there's also the pregnancy, first month trimester drama. That was a real shocker. Emotional up and down. What is going on? So it was a mixture of not having work, being pregnant and going through all the motions, and now I'm a full-blown housewife. I'm just sitting down in the house. I'm saying bye-bye and I'm waiting for them to come back in a new city where I didn't really have friends. And I was very averse to going out to explore because I didn't really understand the city system. I'm not making money right now, so I don't want to be spending so much on taxi. So I was sort of confined to the house. 247. Mayowa, that's coming from the busy bee Lagos social TV life. It wasn't that was just no. That was difficult. And it was in that season that a lot is going through my mind, and I'm wondering, what if this company says, actually, we've reviewed it and we don't want to carry on again? Do you mean that this would be my life? But beyond that, it is even, who am I now? Because I'd been in TV since 2013.
Really?
I'd started my active TV career. So I've always been a known face, a known name. So now thoughts are what if this company says we're no longer interested? So now I'm in Dubai. It's not like I'm in Lagos where I'll say, okay, I'm not moving again. I'm already in Dubai. I'm already here. There's no going back.
And you're pregnant.
And I'm pregnant. And then COVID has entered the picture. And so it was in that season that I started asking myself, Maya, who are you? because it seems like you've built your life around this other name. And it feels like, again, active word, feels like you don't have a life outside of this identity. And that's where I realized something has to change. And that's when I started intentionally building my brand, finding out who am I, what do I want, what are my skills, how can I serve someone even outside of an organizational setting with my talents and earn income and build a name for myself. So that's how that journey started. But in building that journey, everything didn't happen overnight. Anything anyone sees today and they're impressed by didn't start like this. So you asked me about relationships, which I'm going to. It is part of the relationships would be, number one, of course, my husband, right? My partner in everything, who has seen the Nigerian TV girl to the pregnant woman that is, in short, oh my God.
Within the four
Who
walls of
was in limbo. I remember there was a meeting with Feladro Toye and I was just sobbing. I was, he was in town. My husband was part of like the team that brought him for a program and I had access. So I had a chat with him and I sort of like, I was in limbo. It felt like they pushed me off the face of the earth and I was just falling, free fall. I was crying because that was a difficult place.
Yeah.
So he's seen all that, right? Now, another person would be William Stenhouse, who's the founder of the UAE Africa Networking Group.
Right.
So I remember my husband introduced me and said, oh, there's this guy, William, he does events, he does this, you should meet him. I think he made that connection. Met William. It's like, oh yeah, we do events, come by for one of our events. From that relationship, which grew eventually, to William telling me about Stella Fubara, who then worked at Dubai Tourism and was the director for Africa operations. Stella is Nigerian by origin. So it's like, oh, you should meet this Nigerian lady who's at Dubai. I'm like, what? There's a Nigerian in Dubai Tourism? Yes, that's the person I need to meet.
Wow.
And he gave me a contact. I reached out. That didn't manifest. That relationship didn't manifest immediately, but it turned around and became one of the biggest breaks for me. So you see how things happened. My husband introduced me to William Stenhouse. William Stenhouse introduced me to Stella Fubara, who when I contacted, maybe there was no alignment at the time, but when COVID kicked in properly, and they were looking for who are the journalists and content people who are based in Dubai, serving Africa, my name came up. Because remember, I'd called before to say, hi, my name is, this is what I do, I'd like to do XYZ. At that time, there was no COVID. But then the situation arose that I was going to be in need. Serious need.
That's good.
Serious need.
Yeah.
And that's how the relationship between myself and Stella, Dubai Tourism, which we eventually did business with, happened. That relationship with Dubai Tourism was a big break. They would come to a time, and of course I've got to mention Christian, amazing guy. He pretty much was my point of contact at Dubai Tourism at the time. And I remember Christian would then start reaching out to me, what are you working on? How can we support you? What do you need? At first I was like, these government people, why are they looking for me? I beg you. Am I safe? I was hesitating because where I come from, I don't know government. You have an interesting relationship like these government people. I don't know, but to be honest, they really wanted to support me, and it got to a point where we built a solid relationship. My interview with Steve Harvey, they did that. Yvonne Oji,
wow,
Akon, some really great things that I'd done.
Yeah, really great things.
Some big rooms that I had access to in Dubai where I'd be there. I'd probably be one of only 2 black people in the room. Those doors that opened came through Dubai Tourism. Dubai Tourism happened because William Stenhouse told me about Stella Fubara, gave me a number.
The dots that connected the dots.
Do you see how the dots? That's one aspect. My emceeing, speaking and hosting at some of the top events. How did that start? It started with a William Stenhouse's event. There was one event they had at Fogo the Shao, I remember, and this was even like a complimentary service, right? I'd been emceeing in Nigeria before, so it wasn't like I was new to emceeing. But you need a platform. You need someone to open the door for you. So William Stenhouse gave me the opportunity to MC one of their events. And that's how I started building it step by step. Today, by the grace of God, I've been flown out to do my MC work.
To do your MC work.
I didn't start from there. It started from one free gig with William Stenhouse. That was the first. And that's how that journey started.
So I picked something from this your personal story. You were working, you built your life around one organization. And when there was a shift that you had to leave that environment and come into a new space, you didn't know what to do with yourself.
Oh yeah.
You were asking questions.
Who am I now?
Who are you now? And this is a part that I always say to people, when God wants to move you to the next level, He stirs some water.
Oh yeah. Makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. So if that did not happen, did you know what God was planning for you coming to Dubai?
Absolutely.
And because it's all about relationship, I always tell people, God is never late. He's always on time. And we walk with His time, because His timing is always perfect. And if at the time that you were thinking, oh, okay, am I lost now? Or is it gonna be the end of me? He was cooking something behind that you didn't even know that was there.
Oh yeah.
And then he used your husband, because it only takes one person. Yeah. And I'm grateful that it started with your husband, because that channel, it went all the way to put you on the platform where you actually belong, where you can shine more, and be able to be the face, of the media that you really deserve to be. That even bigger than what you used to do back in Nigeria.
Oh yeah.
And this is if somebody is watching and they've held on to a particular position that they're afraid of stepping out, doing what they're supposed to do. You didn't have a choice. You had to leave Nigeria because you got married now. Yeah. You cannot leave your husband alone. So you're trying to be a good wife who, we started a new family now. I need to move in with my husband, even though the future looks daunting.
Yeah, wasn't sure.
You weren't sure. Happen. So someone is watching that now and they're thinking, can I really do that?
Yeah.
They need courage. What would you say? Somebody is watching us now. What advice would you give to them about what's next, to take the next step?
You see, personal branding, which is just a cute way of saying all of these things that we've said, really is you taking a bet on yourself, investing in yourself, believing in yourself. Because oftentimes we only wait for other platforms to validate us. So you are comfortable if you're serving in an organization, as long as they give you salary. You feel validated because they give you a salary.
Yes.
So I feel like I'm functional here. I know what I'm doing here. I'm the CEO, I'm the manager, I'm the supervisor. I know who I am because they give you a salary.
Yes.
You are sitting on a time bomb. The earlier you do the work of investing in yourself, believing in yourself, doing the work and building yourself, the better. So, fun fact, I still work for the same TV organization.
But then you get to the addition. You had.
But my life is no longer built around them. A lot of people don't even know that I still work there. So previously, say 3 years ago, people would probably know me for that. Oh, she represents Channels TV Nigeria. Today, that's not the case. I have my own identity, my own person. I'm my own person. I know what I do, what I like. I know how I can make money, how I can serve, give value to make money. I know that. Doesn't mean if I'm not averse, even though it's gonna take a lot to take me back into an office setting. Like I tell Maria, it has to be some stupid offer. The offer has to be like ridiculous. It has to be ridiculously good to take me back to 9 to 5. However, if I'm going back to that 9 to 5, do you know that when I'm going to that place, it's not the same.
Because
I'm not going with Bambiala, hello, please help me.
You've evolved.
I'm my own person. When they come to me, it's because they've seen my value. They know what I can offer. I come with presence. I come with network. Oh, we need something in Dubai. Who is the person? Who's the plug? Is this woman? So if we work with her, we know that we're going to get X, Y, Z.
Yes.
It is building yourself. So building a personal brand is not that you do not work for anyone. It is that your identity belongs to you. And it's no longer in the control of somebody else. Or another organization. There's this thing I'd heard a while back, some information I found, that a lot of people, once they retire, they don't last long before they check out.
Yeah.
Why? Have you ever wondered?
Yeah, I've wondered.
Could it be that for, 40 years?
They didn't build themselves, they were building.
They built the career. They built their office. They built themselves for promotion. They didn't build them. And so when they were removed from that setting, they could no longer function. There was no reason to go on. It was like the limbo that I was in. Who am I now? That's when some people will be getting angry. Is it because you're seeing me in this house that you're talking to me anyhow? And retirement is even good. At least you have your pension. How about if the company shuts down? What if they say, listen, we need to replace everybody with Gen Z, so you're no longer what we want?
Well, so what do you do?
I saw one news. Is it the CEO of LVMH or so that said they let people go, and he said, we promoted you forward. He said, we do not sack you. We promoted you forward. So what if they promote you forward? Do you know the future? You don't. You're living your life and you're playing it like tic-tac-toe. But building a personal brand gives you something to leverage on. Listen, every organization is looking for assets. Every organization is looking for assets. So if you build something that is an extra, they would be like, oh, if we're letting everybody go, this one, we can't let go because she has 50,000 followers on LinkedIn. So we know that if she posts one post about our company, that's maybe what we would have paid $500 adverts for. This person, just by having that 500,000 followers on LinkedIn, they are helping our company. That's not to say that if you build your personal brand, that things don't happen. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
I'm saying become an asset. Not just to somebody else,
but to yourself.
But to yourself.
Wow, I could stay here all day and we could be here. Gosh. So things like this you'll be doing in life.
Let me add to that.
Come on.
You need to build a name. The name that your children will inherit.
They inherit.
Some of us, we're not trust fund babies. So some of you didn't come from wealth, you didn't come from, and everything is not about money. Money is important, but there's also a good name.
Very, very.
There's also a good name. I remember an instance, and again, I'll give you two instances where people would meet me and say, "Oh, are you Jide Ogundele's daughter?" I'd be like, "Yes." I say, "Wow!" Just because of my father, his reputation and relationships with those people, just by association, just by bearing that name, immediately doors are open, opportunities or just even if it's not an opportunity, it's just that openness, that access that you enjoy because you're bearing somebody's name. If you cannot give your children trust fund, at least can you give them name?
Yeah.
A name that anywhere they go, say, oh, is it the same William as that William? Wow, your father was amazing in Dubai. He was so instrumental to goodwill. The personal brand will buy you goodwill. I'll give you a practical example. And this is about me. I remember I was in Nigeria, I was on TV, and I was along with a few friends of mine. We were running like a charity group. We called it Project DDD, Donation Drive for December. So we would sort of do a donation drive in December, go and share things and give things. So one of the projects that we had was in Makoko. And when we got to the school where we were going to host the event and do the things we wanted to do for the people, I think we had some trouble with some thugs or something. And a man just, walked past and he said, I know this face. You're Mayowa from Channels. And he was so instrumental to calming everything down that day. I don't know him. If he's standing in front of me, I don't know him
because it's always behind the screen.
But just because he recognized my face. And immediately there's that association. There's that, TV and social media get you into people's homes.
Yes.
Without pressing the bell.
Yes. Absolutely.
They see you are in their rooms, their toilets. You are in their lives without pressing the bell, without writing a letter. So the day they see you, it's almost like it's the same thing. Oh, I see you every day. I see you in my house. And I'm having lunch. I watch you. You already have access to them just by being visible, just by being recognizable, by having a name that they associate with good. So it's also about you can build a legacy. You can have a good name that people want to associate with. And it's so important. So that's the top up.
This is powerful. It's too much. Do you do personal coaching?
For public speaking and personal branding, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So look at that camera and how can people where can they find you? Tell them the services that you render so that people can.
So yes, you can definitely find me across social media as the Lady Mayowa. Mayowa is Mayowa, the Lady Mayowa. You find me almost everywhere. I'm not everywhere, but the most important platforms, LinkedIn as Mayowa Adegoke. You find me on Facebook, but if you really want to catch me quick, find me on Instagram. If you want to find me like 2 weeks later, find me on TikTok. Okay, we're still coming. We're still building those platforms. But the best way I know how to serve you, if you're ready, caveat, if you're ready, you mean business and you're ready, it is you need to join my inner circle. So I started an inner circle over a year ago for like minds, people who realize actually, I hear what you're saying and I'm ready to work on myself, invest in myself. So the inner circle is a community of entrepreneurs and professionals, leaders and aspiring leaders who want to learn how to build their brands. So this is the thing about personal branding. Everybody's saying build your personal brand. It is how.
Exactly.
How how? Don't worry. That's why I'm here to help you.
That's right.
So you can join the inner circle. It's a paid community, a subscription-based community, and we do a lot. And I'm the coach there. I'm guiding you, different initiatives that will help you. We just concluded a second round of our LinkedIn Personal Branding Challenge, where for 7 days, I'm giving you daily prompts, ideas, inspiration on what you should be doing every day. And just on a business call, I told you we had a business call this morning. The person was giving me feedback it was part of the first challenge. And he said, do you know that one of our directors in my company stopped me and said, wow, I like what you're doing on LinkedIn. And he was like, that was mind blowing. That if a director that has access to him can come and tell how much more is industry, people that have seen him are like, wow, it's making an impression on them. And that's how opportunities come. That's how you go and knock at Elon Musk's door one day and he opens the door and says, okay, I like what I see here. This person has promised. This person is taking themselves seriously. I'll give them my time. That was a powerful testimony. I told him, please go and make my video review quickly. Please, don't waste time. Let them know what we're doing. So the best way is to join my inner circle. That's entry level. And then if you're like, okay, you know what, Maya, I want to take it to the next level, then you can always reach out to me on Instagram or send me an email at tlm@theladymayowa.com. So that's tlm@theladymayowa.com, and let's do work together.
Please join me to say a big thank you to the Lady Mayowa. Nice to
Thank
have
you
you
for
here.
having me.
It's been a blessing. I wish we should
That we
just
didn't stop. I know.
But we had to. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm sure my audience today, they are blown away.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Thank
You better
so
be.
much.
You better be.
Thank you so much. Woo, we'll bring you back. Oh, it's not
Anytime.
Over yet. We'll be back.
Anytime.
We'll be back. Okay. Thank you for joining us for today's episode of SMOPPY'S World. A massive thank you to the fabulous lady Mayowa Insight for sharing her valuable insights on relationships and building your brand. Remember, cultivating a strong personal brand not only boosts your confidence, but also enriches the connections you build with others. As you navigate your own journey, keep in mind that the relationships you foster and the brand you create can work hand in hand to elevate your life. So if you've enjoyed today's discussion, please like it and share with your friends. Don't forget to follow SMOPPY'S World for more inspiring conversations on love, life, and personal development. Until next time, keep nurturing your relationships and striving to build a brand that reflects your true self. You are capable of achieving greatness, and I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. This is Lady Ola saying, love yourself and each other. If you've not heard someone say this to you today, let me be the one to tell you that I love you and I believe in you to make the best out of life. And God bless you.